especially in Erangel. And we started to understand why, because of their favoritism of dropping into Milta Power. Grenade now lobbed in. Gonna chunk out some armory of that vehicle. But we hear the engines roaring, and it seemed like
the rest of
Chopper
the are here.
may not have much time.
Yeah, and they just got outnumbered, and I mean, they just really mean just one person. It's Chopper on his own here. Within the Milta Power, we'll try. He will have eyes, though. We'll keep spraying by the stairways. We'll take one member down. Can he trade this one? He will! That's two member of Vampires out in this, and it's done by one. Chopper alone. Can he get the third, though? He will try and play the corners, but he will fall off. Nearly a clutch there for Eagle Esports.
Well, if it turned around and finished Fluke, it could have been an extra pointer out there, and it will be well worth it. But here comes Namshin, and will he lob a grenade? I'm not too sure. This is going to be a little bit of retake going on. Namshin and co. of Eagle Esports aren't too happy, but that grenade didn't seem to lob all too perfectly. It will miss as the rest of Vampire Esports managing to dodge it. Well, that con finds Ravenclaw. A little bit late to the party, and I guess that he still clips him though! Headshot while moving in the vehicle? That's insane!
Yeah, he was the cover fire that took down Paragin as he tried to make the push, but now that they have another member from Vampire Esports gone, and it was a crucial cover fire at that, Eagle Esports can just look to come in with the revive and maybe like make the push right in. Fluke will be tossing his own nades, but he takes one first and misses his nade at that. Stone left alone here as the only member who can fight. He tossed the nade and secures that kill, and Stone, he is, this guy's lethal. This is why I never got this guy up. Stone is going with a 1v1 situation here up against Eagle Esports. Eagle with the jump shot here will go out. Stone! Again, this man always clutch things out. I've seen him in China, and this is why I have a biased opinion of his capabilities.
Stone, one-man show, the final fight, and you saw how he handled this situation where he put the frag over the wall, get the kill, get the knock, and went in for the final member of Eagle Esports. That could have been Eagles to secure, like you saw. Even from far away, Ravenclaw was being knocked down. That was a good flank angle, and problem with this is that room from Stone, here, he's not supposed to stay alive. You saw what happened inside of that building, and that's kind of hindering that lob of the grenade.
But Fluke, though, he looks like he's about to push in, and the members of Axis isn't even making a rotation over, despite knowing that they have company to deal with. So Kachang Susu, can he hold off the two of Vampire Esports? It seems that his attention might have gone to the side of Ravenclaw.
Look at this angle.
Yeah, he might just forgotten about Fluke all in all. But the nade that came in, they're barging in straight into this church.
All father give me sight, that's what they will say. And of course, got it from somewhere,
which we will not disclose.
Yeah, don't.
Four rivals fighting out.
Yeah, four rivals now going into a compound clash as well. It's RRQ Ryu right on the upper side of the building, and it seems like Neprico doesn't really have that much HP. Whoa! Wait a minute, Neprico, he burned them all down.
Wow, just when we were talking about church, he just gave them a hellfire, and they're going to punish themselves for their own sins here. As RRQ come out the bigger victor, eliminating four rivals at 15th place.
That's actually really fast, and I'm glad that our production team is top-notch. Gets all the action here, and that's where Vampire Esports, they have a few members being pummeled down, and Asa will have his friend on the left to be knocked down. Valdemar getting chipped upon. And Vokyo P somehow sneakily taking these points. So Axis Rate 1, they'll start off with two pieces of elimination point, while Voki just add another one alongside with Micah, who's also having that perfect knock onto Asa.
Yeah, meanwhile, Vampire Esports, they lost two members in that rotation alone, so they don't seem like too much of a big threat anymore, at least on papers. We all know that they can always just come in with a third party, but right now, Vampire Esports doesn't seem like the likely ones to get the chicken dinner. Meanwhile, RRQ, though, I'm sure they have spotted the rotations from Axis Red One, who's currently driving the distance towards the location where Stone resides. We'll be trying to spray Micah down, but that just alert the entire crew and they will be run over. That is the end for these vampires. Should not have been walking on land.
I don't know about that, Chief. Well, running all around might just actually get you lawn mode over on the wheat fields. So, back in the action, we have vehicle elimination secured in the hands of Kachang Susu, which was basically given for free. Voki also gets one by himself, but he's gonna have a little bit of trouble crawling right now. Kind of like a taste of his own medicine now. Just as Dogma pushing in towards the side of Infinity as they go in for another vehicle knock. There we go. DayboT with the grenades as well. And we look at Genesis Dogma getting a whole lot more being done by the outskirts, trying to gatekeep MELA, and MELA taking way too long to actually move forward. So this battle for that foothill is going to be tough, and GodTunny is still around. He's going to crack that grenade open, but DayboT, he found MELA as well, leaving only GodTunny, and they are out. The Infinity gets 0 points.
And this is coming from Genesis Dogma. Although they have qualified for the PMGC, we haven't seen them show up so strong lately, and now might be the time to show their teeth or their strides here. ONix, also one of those teams that we hope to make a comeback sometime in week number 3, as well as Yangon Galacticos, who had internet problems in Super Weekend number 2, or in the week number 2, finally maybe get a fighting chance here as they rectify that situation.
Yeah, and so far, just having a better run overall here in the weekdays. And Yangon Galacticos is trying to trade right back at Genesis Dogma, while FaZe Clan seems to be very quiet throughout the entirety of the game. Not that we've been keeping our eyes peeled out for them for too long. Right down below, NFT, this is a team we haven't highlighted, and now both of these teams are having some of the greatest opportunity to get into the late game. But with 2 out of teams remain, that is Corpy trying to trade right back at NFT, and it's Fredo that managed to knock down Venturis.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for both NFT and Team Secret having to cross this hill here. If they want to make a long-form rotation, they're going to come into another team who's occupying their entrance. But meanwhile, EVOS spraying down RRQ. That'll be Mort on his knees out from the... actually just out straight into the lobby. But V Gaming will be stopping any sort of rotation around the hills of Gatka. So Team Secret and NFT might have to just push on upwards. One sec gets blown up in 1 second, and that is it. He is out.
Well, 1 second of breather there, and he's already breathless as we are taking this fight up the hill. FaZe Clan now marking onto Team Secret members out there, and there's going to be more damage being chunked out at Kid as it's spot out for as well, trying to follow up, but he's going to be falling on his feet. This is one tough hill to climb for anybody else. Meanwhile, EVOS Reborn, they're gatekeeping Yangon Galacticos, and Gatka having Yangon Galacticos lurking around for too long, but they should have moved much earlier.
Yeah, but my eyes right now, NFT and Team Secret, it seems like they have to pull off the impossible. And I say that immediately, Team Secret now eliminated. Genesis, though, they're making their way on top of the hills, although some members taking a hit and will be on his knees from a team that's coming in as a third party.
Going into the hills once again, this Gatka hill is definitely very challenging, but we've seen many of all these teams thrive in such sticky scenario. But it looks to me that there's higher probability for it to be by the foot of the hill. So many of all these teams that are on top, they might actually need themselves to find a way to hit downwards later on. This is way too hard for FaZe Clan to straight away hit down the hill. And now EVOS Reborn will have a few frags flown their way. Microboy soaking some damage, but he will take the fight against MSC all alone.
Oh, does he seize them though? He is proning and they do not notice of his presence. He might come in with the double spray.
Whoa.
Will he take one? He will. Can he follow it up with anything more? Spray transition does not connect in place, but the nade will go towards his direction. Pixel perfect, and that'll take him down on his knees.
And the rest of EVOS Reborn are pretty far away. I don't think that they could actually revive Microboy in time. Meanwhile, Corpy is going to be able to bring down Ramones. NFT continuing that battle bottom corner of the hill, and it seemed like it's somewhere meeting right at the middle. Lyzerg, the next one to be naded by Pop. And this time, they've already known that there's somebody out of EVOS Reborn to try to go in for that pickup, and they will fall prey. MS Chambry now has to make a move. There's not much time on the clock. Only about 20 seconds from now for them to get right into the circle. And you look at Corpy, he's moving downwards, trying to hunt out for Sauvel. But Sauvel, he's ready. He heard those footsteps though, but he's going to be taking a look. Meanwhile, Drawn, he's got no angles. But if in the case that Corpy falls, that's where Drone can punish.
Oh, I want to see him pull off what BTR Liquid did. The jump shot straight down, taking 2 members down. While they're at it, maybe could be it. But look at Genesis Dogma, though. 6 kills with still all 4 members. And FaZe coming in only short by 1 here as NFT tries to push on forward with a vehicle. So it looks like he might go, but unfortunately will be taken out in the attempt here, leaving Sauvel, who has been on the sides of Corpy for the longest time.
Goodness gracious, Tony K was in that flank position as well. Good thing, and he has definitely taught off about it. As we mentioned, the magic word, Tony K delivers.
Yeah, delivering big time, but not as big as Genesis Dogma, who seem to be the underdogs, at least after week number 2. It's finally apparent why they are a PMGC team. As they take out Corpy, that's 1 member down. Surely they can take over the high ground, but there's no need to because Circle now closes onto their end. BN finally getting crashed in here, but it's MSC Chomburies. They jumped into water with shark infested.
There's only 6 more teams remaining right here as the situation gets a lot more tougher. With White Cat hanging on 1 HP, and TG13 tries to sniff it. Now smokes are out, and TG still clutches it. We'll be able to spray them down. There's still a few members of the side of BN United to play this one out. Star waiting for the rest of FaZe to come right downwards, where Ventoris has already been knocked out. Grenade will clip onto Beer 11. Tony K will have to take out the Pmpl ID side in order to make it to the final circle, but there is a little bit of space on his left. Now looking for a Star, and he will find that knock. Beer 11 will be able to get some spacing for FaZe Clan as they will continue that streak, but not enough to take down Genesis Dogma just about yet. ONix will chip in, and they stole that point away from FaZe Clan. Yeah, so unfortunately they worked really hard for that, but FaZe can't be too phased about it because they've accumulated so much points off on their own. What's important for them is to make the transition down into the circle side here, which is going to be tricky, but now that they've made it this far into the foot, they do have some cover to play around with. And the problem is that the circle isn't really favoring either side of the team. Even Genesis Dogma has to move inwards, and you look at the other team that's currently lurking around, they're just waiting for this fight to be over. Only 4 more teams remain. That grenade clips onto Ventoris again. And boy, oh boy, BN United stands a chance, but not longer with ONix coming here with a spray as they spot out that grenade flying upwards to the hill. ONix Esports now coming with a huge wraparound. They take control. 90% of the circle already, and FaZe Clan is already out. 2 more members left for Genesis Dogma. Take a look at ONix positioning, though. They have every inch of this circle covered here. Now C-Sky only trying to even push up on the high ground, so they see everything. 2 members, Jeff's driving in. That should reveal some sort of impressive fire coming up from Genesis Dogma, and they will retaliate with only 1 member. ONix takes 1 chicken dinner home for day number 1 in the week 3 of the weekday matchup.